Peace and love, family. Peace and love. It's your boy Chris Enlightened coming back again with some more spiritual vittles. And today I'm going in on adding light to dark minds. This is a good one, family. This is a good one. Man, just that title alone. Adding light to dark minds. That alone is just... That's a banger right there, because this is something I've toiled with for so long in my younger years, where I've always been a researcher since I was a kid. I'll give you a backstory on me for those who don't already know. I grew up in a hood, and my mom always told me she wasn't raising no punks. So although I was scared a lot and I didn't want to go outside as a young man, she forced me to go outside and face the concrete jungle. That's the hood. And I realized that when you try to break a wall down with your knuckles, it hurts. So I started to go to the library a lot. There was a movie theater. I got cool with the people who ran the movie theater. They let me come in for free a lot, gave me free food. So in one corner of the hood, there was a library. Another corner was the movie theater. I spent most of my time there, cultivating my consciousness and things like that. And early on, I learned that when I try to tell my friends about all this whimsicalness and grandeur out there in the world through these books, they didn't want it because it wasn't their reality. So I kept trying to force feed them, and I became the weird one. They didn't really mess with me a lot, but I was known as the weird one. Whenever dirt was being done, I was always the last one to find out because I was looked at as the weird one. You know what I mean? So I realized that early on that, okay, I just got to fit in. But now that I'm a grown man, I don't need to fit in with anything. I do what I want and I be who I be. You know what I'm saying? So that's why this YouTube page is here, because I don't care about fitting in no more. This whole page is about those who don't fit in. Those who are going to walk that path that no one walks because it's dark, no one can see anything, and it's a little challenging. You might get scraped up. It ain't easy. I've never said that the spiritual path was the easy path. And trying to give light to a mind of a knight is one of the most challenging things you can do, especially if you love them. But there are some things you can do. First off, when someone's been embracing darkness for so long, it becomes their fuel. It becomes their sweet. You know, at night you have a good dinner. It's like 9:30. You're like, man, I want something sweet. Those who like sweet things, we go up and get us something sweet. And for people who embrace darkness, or who I call who have minds of the night, darkness is sweet to them. They crave it. They loathe it. They need to be around it. They love it and hate it at the same time. If it's negative and they hate it, they end up at the same spot, love, every time. So trying to add light to someone who has a mind of a night, or who has a darkened mind, it's kind of hard to give them light, because they're not going to be able to relate to it. So you got to be really tactful on how you approach someone who has a dark mind, especially if you love them. And the best thing you could do is change who you are. If you were an avid cursor, you used to love to drink, you always turned up and smoked weed, blunt after blunt all day. When they see you turn it down to one joint a day or one joint a week, or stop smoking at all, when they see you stop drinking, when they see you start speaking with astute vernacular, when no longer cursing and things like that, you're looking better, you start aging less. Money tends to go your way. You're going to blind them with your light, and they're going to be like, man, I can't even see. And they're going to want to see. So they're going to have to start embracing light for themselves. You can't force feed light to anyone. You can't force feed truth to anyone. You know what I mean? Unless it's pain. But the pain makes them believe. The fear makes them believe, not the words you give them. You know what I mean? But people want to aspire to be like things that are winning. I don't know anyone looking around. Where's the losing team at? Hey, anybody seen all the losers? No one cares about the losers. They only want to know about the winners. The winners want to know about the winners, and the losers want to know what the winners are doing. So when you want to give light to someone, you have to be that light that they need in their life. And that's the only way you can give someone light. Now, they ask you a question about some of the things they do, and they will. Once you become serious with your practices and being consistent year after year, they will, because your life is going to change. They all come to you and say, hey man, what you got going on over there, bruh? You over there winning. Everyone says that. Because everyone knows a winner when they smell, hear it, taste it, or see one. It's a signature you give off. You're always feeling good. You're always happy. I'm about to be 50 years old and I feel great, family. I was aging before I start tapping into my spiritual self. And now I'm like slowing down the clocks of time. I'm feeling great. My health is good. My thoughts are clear. I'm out here winning, family, for real. You know what I mean, family? I can't tell y'all enough how challenging it was for me to try to open people's minds. I realized I was pushing more people away by giving them truth, because truth only exists if you believe it. You know what I mean? So another way you can give light to someone is by being about what you talk about. There's one thing to read something and claim it as your truth. There's another thing to not read anything and just be a doer, and your works and your acts and all your efforts become your truth. No one can take that away because they seen you do it. They seen you win. So when you do things like that, consistently winning, you're going to attract other people who want to win, who are in a dark-minded place, and they're going to want to come to the light. But there are a lot of people, and I'm not going to say any names, because if their method works, I call that winning. One thing I don't do is never down nobody else for what they do, because everyone operates from their level of understanding. And when the world realizes that, we won't have so much crime. Because if someone's hungry, they're going to go out and get food. If someone's on crack, they're going to go out and get crack. So we always like to chastise the reaction, but we don't like to fix the problem. You know what I mean? So one thing that I feel is a big problem in our reality right now is spiritual poverty. We're given a template of something that was a stolen legacy of parables from another race of people. You know what I mean? And now it's everyone's truth. But what I'm saying is, if that works for you, you're winning. It's not wrong. Nothing's wrong or right. What I'm trying to do is to help people become a master of their own universe, a master of self. That's what I want people to start embracing. Mastery of self, man. When you do that, there's no wrong. You're always mastering yourself. There's no perfection on that. You know what I mean? There is no such thing as perfection. You can keep being better at whatever you do, family. You know what I mean? So another thing you can do to add light to people who have minds of the night is not technically directly giving them light. It's about doing what I'm doing, indirectly giving them light. Writing a book, get a YouTube page, get some blogs, write some pamphlets, make some positive posts. Because when people see you in the light and they know they have a dark mind, they'll be reluctant to let you know they see you. But if they don't see you, no one's around, they can read your works, and you can indirectly give them a little bit of piece of your light. You could essentially bequeath light to them by one tangible deed and help other people who need that light over and over and over infinitely. That's one of the best ways to give light. Create something and throw it out there in the world. It's like a new algorithm in your reality that's going to help raise the vibration of our reality. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that you do, you want to do it for the betterment of mankind. Because when you get blessed by it, when you get paid in blessings, it feels a lot better than fiat currency. Because money slips and slides through your hands all the time. But sometimes a blessing is infinite. A blessing can open up different doors of opportunity that money can't. You know what I mean? So don't hold back your creativity or your works of art that's been bequeathed to you from a divine source to help raise the vibration of this earth, and you're holding it waiting to get this bread. Don't worry about that. I want you to start creating things and getting them out there, because that's going to help add light to people. And bread or money is just that, it's bread. It takes time to make bread, family. You gotta knead the dough, you gotta burp the dough, you gotta do a whole bunch of stuff to the dough before you even start baking it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you get the bread. You gotta, create the YouTube videos, whatever it is you're doing, creating your business, whatever it is you're doing to help that door of bread rise. You gotta do it now, and don't worry about the money right now. The money's gonna come down the line, family. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for light through someone who has money, that's not the way to get light. Again, there are a lot of people who have light, who have money, but before they had the money, they had to have the light. You can't get all the money and then like, hey, I'm getting this light now. It don't work like that, family. It don't work like that. Get the money out of the equation. When you're doing these spiritual practices, don't look for big returns on tangible things. When you're doing spiritual practices, the reward is going to be a spiritual reward. It's not always going to be something tangible in the beginning. You're going to change internally. That's the reward. I hear a lot of people saying, man, I'm going to burn a bunch of ancestor money so I can get physical money. It don't work like that. If you're doing ancestor money just to get money back in return, stop burning ancestor money. It's burning ancestor money and winning financially is a byproduct of burning so much ancestor money. Everyone that I've known that's been consistently burning ancestor money, helping their ancestors get light financially, are winning financially now. But it took them years. There wasn't no 3-month starter kit and they just financially fixed. Don't work like that, family. So I want you guys to have patience. I want you guys to start writing down your wins. Because sometimes you don't even remember all your wins because they just dissolve through time. Start writing down, create you a grimoire of wins. All the things, I went out today, I had a great parking spot, the food was delicious, that waitress was kind of cute, I got her number, hey, winning, whatever it is, write down your wins for the day. And your wins doesn't have to be society's wins, whatever makes you feel good. A good win for you could be, I went to the elevator today and no one flatulated today. That's a win, write that down. So write down all the wins that some people might say that's a minuscule win. No, write down all your wins. Okay, family? So hopefully you got some jewels on how to add light to someone with a negative mind or a dark mind. I know I got off subject a little bit, but going forward, this is my channel. I do what I do. If you want me to talk about something, put it in the comments. What I'm going to start doing is having like a hodgepodge video where I'm just going to take about 10 different subjects and go in on it. So I'm loving the comments. I'm loving the emails. Likes, share, support this page. If you want to support me, go to Amazon.com, pick up any one of my 6 books. The Enlightened Thoth, Poverty Consciousness, Wealth Consciousness, Dissolving Your Limitations, Consciousness Equals Choice, or my last book, Seeds of Time. They're all bangers. They're all bangers. They're written from a melanated author. We write different. Our style's a little different. If you want to get a good read, if you finish my book in one day, most people do. Okay, family? So on that note, it's your boy Chris Enlightened. You already know what we doing out here. We out here winning.